You know Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, one of the busiest streets in West Palm Beach.
And right in the historic Northwest neighborhood, there's a piece of Black history that is still impacting the community today.
Our Yasmin Julmus has more on the historic Jenkins House and the doctor behind its important legacy.
On a bustling boulevard in West Palm Beach, in the historic Northwest neighborhood, sits a piece of the 1940s, the Jenkins House, the home of a historic Black local leader, Dr. Joseph Wiley Jenkins.
Dr. Jenkins was one of the first African-American pharmacists here in Palm Beach County.
Historian and ophthalmologist Dr. Catherine Lowe says Dr. Jenkins and his wife Roberta were passionate about education, economics, and business. So much so that in 1937, Jenkins opened the Economical Drugstore on Rosemary Avenue.
Because a lot of the other organizations didn't have places to meet, they would meet there at the Sundry. Of course, they would get their medications and things like that. But it was also a great meeting place for a lot of people after church.
In the thick of the Jim Crow era, it was a pharmacy that offered more than just medicine. And much like the drugstore, the Jenkins home offered a similar escape.
Mrs. Jenkins was a school teacher and a socialite, so many of her social clubs, they would meet here as well. There was segregation, so there were a lot of places where people could not gather, meet, and be able to socialize and talk about things that were important.
After Dr. Jenkins died in 1950, the home, which was originally on Division Avenue, was at risk of demolition. The city of West Palm Beach bought it around 1990 and moved it to where it stands now, on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard. After renovations in 2001, it became the hub for the nonprofit Artist Showcase of the Palm Beaches.
I think what inspired me was the fact that we did not have any place where most artists of color who were extremely creative and talented, they had no place to showcase their works.
For more than 15 years, numerous artists and hundreds of Palm Beach County students found the same comfort at the Jenkins House that Blacks in segregated West Palm Beach felt decades prior. Dr. Lowe hosted everything from award-winning plays by Bach Middle School of the Arts students to civil rights leaders who swung by to check out art shows.
Of course, John Lewis.
Wow.
That is John Lewis, the Artist Showcase.
Today, Dr. Lowe continues to do work in the arts with her nonprofit, Lowe Art Breakthroughs. And as for the Jenkins House, it now serves the community in a new way.
The Sickle Cell Foundation works with people with sickle cell disease and/or trait to educate them on how to manage their condition.
The Sickle Cell Foundation of the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast also educates the community on Black infant mortality and maternal health.
So to be able to have something that was built in love, built with someone's hands, using Black contractors in our Black community, and still have that be the anchor for the work that we do when we predominantly, although not exclusively, but we do predominantly provide services to Black people in this community, it really resonates.
That was Yasmin Julmus reporting. The Jenkins House is featured on the Florida Black Heritage Trail. We have much more on Black History Month and all our stories on our website. Of course, that's WPBF.com.